Come on in, grab your seats. We're getting ready to start the program here right around noon. 26th Annual Family-Owned Business Awards. How lucky can one guy be? I kissed her and she kissed me. Like the fella once said, ain't that a kick in the head? The room was completely black. I kissed her and she kissed back. Like the sailor said, quote, ain't that a hole in the boat? My head keeps spinning. I go to sleep, I keep grinning. If this is just the beginning, well, my life is gonna be beautiful. I've sunshine enough to spread. It's just like the fella said. Tell me quick, ain't that a kick in the head? Like the fella once said, ain't that a kick in the head? Like the sailor said, quote, ain't that a hole in the boat? Well, my head keeps spinning. Well, I go to sleep, I keep grinning. If this is just the beginning, my life is gonna be beautiful. She's telling me we'll be wed. She's picked out a king-size bed. I couldn't feel any better or I'd be sick. Tell me quick, oh, ain't love a kick? Tell me quick, ain't that a kick in the head? Come on, ladies and gentlemen, get in your seats. We're going to start the program momentarily, which is very soon. Usually I wait for Richie to get it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming. 26 years, baby. Woohoo! Okay, go. I already told me to go. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the valleys, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America. my home, sweet home.
Good afternoon.
Thank you. Welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone. Shh. Todd and Carol. Shh. Todd and Carol. Shh. Shh. I'm Richard Fuerstman. I'm the publisher of the Orange County Business Journal. I'm pleased to welcome you to this year's celebration. As Bobby's been mentioning, it's our 26th annual Family-Owned Business Award Program. We're so proud. Yeah, let's just do these forever. I got to tell you that when we first did this, there was somebody that worked for an organization that has 40 business journals around the country, and he said, "You're so arrogant. Everyone else has tried it. It doesn't work. And yet, you're still doing yours." And 26 years later, we're still doing ours. We're proud to honor family-owned businesses in our community. I'd like to acknowledge and express my gratitude. And a big part of why it works here and it didn't work elsewhere was because of the kinds of sponsors we have that support family-owned businesses in our community, beginning with our diamond sponsor, Falcon, Rappaport, and Berkman. Our platinum sponsors, Bridgeford Trust Company, Commerce West Bank, Customers Bank, Infinity Bank, and U.S. Bank. And our silver sponsors, Adams Corporate Law, Cal State Fullerton, Comerica Bank, RJI CPAs, and Umpqua Bank. Soon to be rebranded. We are quite proud to have the support, and these organizations have my gratitude, and I think the family-owned business community should have gratitude toward all of these sponsors, because without them, we can't have this program. I'd like to have Laura Garrett stand up, and Nancy Luna. This event is the work of Laura and her department. The Family-Owned Business Award Special Report, our weekly magazine, our daily news updates are the work of the editorial department under Peter Brennan and Nancy Luna. We're not going to write about the winners this coming Monday, but look forward to the June 23rd issue to read the write-ups of today's winners. The program will resume at 12:40 today with the keynote address by Alan Fuerstman, the founder and chairman and CEO of Montage International, and Michael Fuerstman, co-founder, Pendry Hotels and Resorts, followed by the presentation of the awards. Please enjoy your meal. We'll see you soon. We're ready to start. This will be quick. To start our program today, it is my pleasure to introduce our diamond sponsor, Jeffrey Verdon, partner, Sheriff Asset Protection at Falcon, Rappaport, and Berkman, LLP. Please join me in welcoming Jeffrey.
Good afternoon. I better not mess this up. My wife, Wendy, is right here in the audience, and I'll never hear the end of it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my distinct honor to welcome you all to this year's Orange County Business Journal Family-Owned Business Awards ceremony. My name is Jeffrey Verdon, and I am a partner in the law firm of Falcon, Rappaport, and Berkman, LLP, in the Irvine office. And I want to thank the Orange County Business Journal for the opportunity to be this year's diamond sponsor for these awards. As Richard said, I serve as the chair of the Asset Protection Planning Group of the firm, advising affluent clients, families, and successful business owners on all matters relating to their succession planning, estate tax planning, and asset protection strategies. Over the years of guiding families and business owners through the succession planning, I've seen firsthand how the skills that build wealth, vision, drive, and innovation differ from those needed to preserve and protect it: strategy, foresight, and emotional resilience. The fear of missteps can spark anxiety, resentment, or even regret, threatening the very legacy our clients have worked so hard to create. Our mission at FRB is to assemble a team of seasoned strategic advisors, experts who guide their clients through the complex non-legal decisions nurturing their success. Together, we deliver the ultimate goal: peace of mind. This is the confidence that comes from knowing their legacy is secure, their loved ones are cared for, and they can savor the rewards of their labor without worry. Now, at this time, all of those here today who are past winners of the Family-Owned Business Awards, would you please stand up and be recognized? Congratulations. Now, today, we gather to celebrate the extraordinary achievements and lasting legacy of Orange County's family-owned businesses, vital threads in the economic and cultural fabric of our community. Your presence here underscores the shared commitment to honoring the resilience, innovation, and entrepreneurial spirit that define these remarkable organizations. It is our privilege to recognize their profound contributions and to champion the pivotal role they play in shaping a vibrant future for Orange County. And so to our 2025 nominees, whose dedication inspires us all, please rise and be recognized. So thank you all for joining us this afternoon for this special presentation, and we look forward to an inspiring and unforgettable celebration of our winners and their enduring impact. And now it is my great pleasure to introduce our two distinguished keynote speakers, a remarkable father and son duo, Alan and Michael Fuerstman. Alan Fuerstman, founder and CEO of Montage International, is a visionary leader in luxury hospitality. With decades of experience, he has redefined guest experiences through his unwavering commitment to personalized service and innovative concepts. Under his leadership, Montage International has become a global symbol of elegance, sophistication, and unsurpassed service, inspiring professionals and entrepreneurs worldwide. Michael Fuerstman, Alan's son, is co-founder of Pendry Hotels Resorts, Montage International's luxury brand. Michael is a dynamic innovator shaping the future of hospitality. He oversees Pendry's development, driving excellence in design, guest experience, programming, and expansion. He holds a Bachelor of Arts in Political Science from Tufts University. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome these two distinguished gentlemen. Alan, Michael.
Thank you. afternoon. Mike, you gonna go first, or do you want me to?
You want to drive? You want me to drive? I'll let you go first.
Okay. So it's so much fun working with family, for those of you who get to do that every day. We'll give you a little bit about the background of Montage, how it came to be. This is a family business that didn't start as a family business. I started out as a part-time doorman at a Marriott hotel my senior year in high school, growing up in New Jersey. And never planned on getting into the hotel business. Went off to college, would come back, work summer jobs as a bellman, still not planning to get into the hotel business. And a friend of mine I was going to school in Pennsylvania, a friend of mine had a place on Balboa Island and said, why don't you come after you graduate and we'll spend a summer and have some fun on Balboa Island, which I'd never heard of. So I came out to California and fell in love with California. And more importantly, the general manager of the hotel that I had worked at in New Jersey was opening Rancho Las Palmas Resort, Marriott's resort in Rancho Mirage, California, and he convinced me to open that hotel as his bell captain. So my first job out of college, I was a bell captain, and I saw the operation of a resort through the eyes of a general manager, fell in love with the business, decided to pursue a career in the hotel business. Worked my way through Marriott for a number of years, came to Newport Beach, actually, at the Newport Beach Marriott, where I spent almost 5 years running the front desk, housekeeping, food and beverage, front office, learned all the parts of the hotel business, then continued my career with Marriott for a little bit, opened their flagship resort, Desert Springs, where we had their first spa, great experiences. And then I was recruited to manage the El Conquistador Resort in Tucson, where I ran that and started doing resort development work for that company. We acquired the Phoenician Resort, where I really saw luxury for the first time, and where I had the opportunity to run, at the time, one of arguably the #1 resort in all of North America. It was an amazing experience. That led me to the opportunity to open and run Bellagio in Las Vegas when that opened in 1998. But I had this entrepreneurial spirit, an entrepreneurial bug that was kind of gnawing at me. And I decided at that point it was time to look at the luxury hospitality in a different way. And my take on luxury hotels 25 years ago, when I was envisioning creating a company, was that old world luxury was too stuffy, too pretentious, and the next generation of luxury travel would be looking for something much more gracious and humble, less scripted. And if you think about some of the trappings of old world luxury, my view was that the next generation would be looking for something a little different, where you wouldn't have to wear a suit and tie to walk in a lobby or go to dinner, but something that could be highly focused on quality craftsmanship and style of service that was uniquely different. So I decided it was time to raise some capital. 9/11 hit, and I thought this would be an amazing time to start a company because I saw the hospitality industry was going through a down cycle, and I thought it would be an opportunity to buy luxury assets at a discount, raised some capital, and thought we'd buy some hotels. That did not happen because the banks had gotten much smarter after 9/11 than after the previous RTC debacle, when the businesses were letting luxury assets go at a discount. So what had happened after 9/11, there were opportunities for new development because the big companies were circling the wagons and not spending for a brief period of time. I was introduced to this opportunity in in Laguna Beach, and I said, oh, what an amazing location. It was a trailer park that was being converted. Marriott had owned it. They were going to open it as an independent property that Ritz was going to manage for them. They were going to call it the Laguna Beach Colony. But when I stepped foot on that site, I knew it would be the ideal platform that I could create a luxury brand around. When I started the company, I called my company Platinum Hotel Group because my vision was I'd buy an existing hotel and then use whatever hotel we bought as the name. So then I had this dilemma: what are we going to name the company? Because Platinum Hotel would not sound more like a strip club than an actual hotel. So I needed to come up with a name for it. I was racking my brain because we decided to purchase this asset that was under construction, and I was going to had to come up with a name. Could not come up with a name. But Laguna Beach had started as an artist colony, so I was somewhat inspired by artistic names. And advertising company that I'd hired gave me hundreds of names. You know, it's like naming a kid. There's so many possibilities. Nothing resonated well. Then I spoke to my PR company. They gave me, again, I said, $10,000 to ever in your shop comes up with a name. So that got them motivated, but no names. And we were about to close on that real estate transaction, so I went to an art reference guide. I would tell you it was a Google search, A to Z, but actually it was a Yahoo search. It predated Google. I got to the letter M, A's, B's, C's, got the letter M, I saw the word montage, it said artful compilation, collection. I said, wow, that's what this is going to be, a collection of hotels, a collection of people coming together to do extraordinary things. And then I said to myself, I'm staying at the Ritz, I'm staying at the Montage, staying at the Four Seasons, staying at the Montage. Sounded luxurious. And sure enough, did a check, it wasn't being used. And hence, the name Montage was born, and we opened Laguna Beach in 2003, 22 years ago. And it's been just an amazing journey. The idea was always it was going to be the first of what would be many hotels, but it was our opportunity to have proof of concept. So what I'll do is I'm going to walk you through where we are today as a company. We actually have 16 hotels open right now, 7 Montages, 9 Pendrys, and we'll get into the Pendry story in a moment. But I'll walk you through the Montage portfolio, then we'll talk about the Pendry, and then I'll talk about the entire company for a moment. So the very first hotel was Montage Laguna Beach. You couldn't ask for a better site, obviously, in Orange County, better location to launch the brand, and it was a hit from day one, and incredibly proud of it. And I've got some news to share with you. The studio restaurant is reopening this summer. It's going to be Mediterranean, and it's long overdue to be back in the food scene. We've been using it for private events the last couple of years as we've been reconcepting, but we're all set to go. But so Montage Laguna Beach is the flagship hotel. It continues to dominate the landscape of luxury coastal resorts. Montage Deer Valley, our ski resort that we opened in 2010. Ski in, ski out, amazing location. Montage Kapalua Bay, beautiful location on the island of Maui. Let's see. We've got Montage Palmetto Bluff in the Low Country of South Carolina. Montage Los Cabos, Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. A beautiful location there. It's arguably the only swimmable beach in Cabo, which has given us a huge competitive advantage. Stay there and you can actually swim and be in a time zone closer than Hawaii. Montage Healdsburg up in the wine country. Montage Big Sky. Up in Big Sky, Montana, about an hour from Bozeman. Again, year-round resort, beautiful winter ski in, ski out, and great summertime activities as well. Now I'm going to walk you through some of our projects that are under construction. I mentioned we have 16 hotels that are open today. We'll be doubling in size over the next few years. This is a rendering of Montage Key, a private island in the Bahamas that's under construction. It'll open in 2027. This is artist renderings. It looks like it's existing, but this is what it will look like. And it's amazing how the renderings so closely resemble the hotels now as we design them. Montage Punta Mita. So inside the gates of Punta Mita, near Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, for those of you familiar with that market, we're building both a Montage and a Pendry, and this is where the Montage is going to sit right on the beachfront. We've got some developments happening in the Middle East. This is Saudi Arabia on the Red Sea. Montage Amala, also under construction. Another project in Riyadh, in an area called Wadi Safar. It's their version of Beverly Hills or Bel Air. It's going to be the most high-end part of Riyadh. Some beautiful renderings there. This is a project that is in Egypt on the Mediterranean called Ras Al Hekma. I was there in the fall. We did a ceremonial signing with the President Sisi of Egypt and the ruler of Abu Dhabi. The Emirates UAE is partnering with Egypt to develop the next great city on the Mediterranean, and they came to us. They love our brand. They love Orange County, and they want to replicate much of what has happened here on the coast there. So that's a project that's under construction. And in Abu Dhabi itself, another beach resort that's being developed. And this, too, was very much inspired by Southern California, and one of the reasons that they selected us to do this project. We decided to create a second brand back about 10 years ago, a little more than 10 years ago, for a lot of reasons. And Mike, I'll let you explain why.
Happy to. Yeah, so I missed like a lot of the Montage story. I was off at college as the company was founded, and grew up as a second generation hotelier. Always loved hospitality, and I went. I'll give a quick background on my story. I graduated college, had an entrepreneurial spirit as well. Started a tech company which failed spectacularly. And I moved out to Southern California and wanted to do my own thing, but also wanted to be involved in hospitality somehow. And I fell in love with the business of hotels through the development side. So I went to work for a developer and was taking measurements in field and learning how to read plans and putting together random matrices to keep track of plumbing fixtures that we ordered, all sorts of basic stuff. But I really fell in love with the idea of people sitting around a table, architects, designers, owners, operators, people coming together to create something. And obviously I've been incredibly proud of my dad, watching from afar him kind of step out onto his own and create this idea of Montage. And the fact that you could do that was shocking and amazing to me. So I fell in love with this part of the business, worked for a developer, eventually came in-house and had the opportunity to join my dad as the Montage brand was starting to take off. As my dad shared, there was a point in time when we were really sort of reflecting on what is the right way to grow our company. We don't want to sacrifice where we put Montage. It's such a special brand. We only wanted to keep it in the markets where you can get exceptional rate and create exceptional service and experiences for our guests so that owners are happy and guests are happy. But at the same time, we were being approached by developers because we've created these successful projects to do things all over the place. We kept saying no. But we waited for what we felt was the right time, where it seemed like it had been 10 plus years since Montage had launched, and we sort of recognized, hey, there's a new luxury customer that's kind of coming into being. They appreciate art and architecture and design. They've traveled the world. They've stayed in very luxurious service-driven hotels. They've also stayed in really cool lifestyle-driven hotels, and they want a little bit of the best of both. And the idea was to create a complementary brand to Montage that was very much still luxury, but a different style of luxury, and build on the service culture, the quality, the infrastructure, all of the things that Montage came to represent. We sort of tried to piggyback on for Pendry and create a real style around that. And that concept resonated. We were able to kind of capitalize and sign up the first few properties. And this idea of we call it contemporary luxury. This idea of contemporary luxury has really caught on, and now we, smash cut today, we have 9 Pendry hotels. My dad and I spend most of our time in the business now on the parts of everything that happens before a hotel opens. So design, product, planning, meeting capital partners, meeting development partners, going all around the world looking at sites, finding talented people, opening the hotels, hyping them, positioning them the right way. It's incredible fun. We spend a lot of time on the road, but it's always amazing to come home. And this is Southern California means so much to us. I was born here, moved away, and then it took me my entire adult life to finally come back. Moved here in 2019 and have been living in San Juan Capistrano since. Very happy, raising my family here. Very, very proud of what we've been able to build together. So I'll click through. I'll do a fast version of our Pendry properties for anybody that would like to see. Show what button I press here. That one, the big button.
They need help with technology this generation.
Yeah, apparently. Apparently. I was going to ask ChatGPT which button to hit. So this is, for those that haven't been, Pendry San Diego, our first property. Super proud of this. It's a full city block in the Gaslamp district of San Diego, 317 rooms. This was basically what convinced us and convinced the market that this type of concept could exist. You could do luxury, but in a different way. There are non-traditional luxury amenities at this property, a nightclub in the basement of the hotel, a beer hall, like a really raging cocktail parlor, but still gets great rate, good service culture. It's the market-leading hotel in downtown. Baltimore, we did this in partnership with the founder of Under Armour, Kevin Plank, amazing entrepreneur himself. He sought us out to create this property with him and do something iconic. As he put it, to sign the next Jordan Spieth, Steph Curry, Tom Brady. So this is an amazing hotel. This was the Condé Nast Traveler #1 hotel in North America in 2018 when it launched. Rooms that float right over the water, amazing pool and deck on the back. We have a James Beard Award-winning restaurateur that oversees the restaurant for us. Pendry West Hollywood, similarly, like just balls to the wall, incredible development. We have sold some of the residential there for highest prices per foot in the city. Rooftop pool, incredible artistic arrival experience, 149 rooms. Wolfgang Puck oversees all the culinary in this destination. Design and architecture really sort of anchor these hotels. We have a Pendry in Chicago in a landmarked, amazing building, the Carbide and Carbon building. Similarly, it's like on Michigan Ave, in the Loop, great rooftop, just a really special property. Our Pendry Hotel in New York, we opened in 2021. This hotel was the #1 hotel, might still be the #1 hotel on TripAdvisor in New York, is doing close to a $1,000 rate. It's in the Hudson Yards neighborhood, has an incredibly successful restaurant, bar scene. It has just been a very successful hotel and a lot of fun for our brand. Pendry Park City, our first ski resort in the canyons, ski in, ski out destination in Park City. Again, non-traditional, it's more modern architecture. It's things you wouldn't expect in a traditional ski location, like a Mexican food restaurant and a rooftop pool and a high-energy Japanese steakhouse. Residences there that sold out very well as well. I'm going to go fast here. Pendry DC, also very special, big mixed-use development in the Wharf. Amazing property, one of the best rooftops, one of the best pool scenes in town. Pendry Newport Beach, hope everybody in this room has had a chance to experience it at some point or another. We love this hotel, we're very proud of it. This was always an amazing hotel, dating back to when it was originally a Four Seasons. We worked very hard with our partners to bring it back to life and build on what was already a great legacy and sort of refresh it and make it contemporary and soulful and really interesting. So we've got all the hallmarks of a great Pendry hotel here. We've got a scene-driven restaurant and set. We have a very popular, sometimes too popular lobby bar. For those that know, they know. A great pool area. I'll do a shameless plug. We have an amazing members club here, the Elwood Club. Keith is in-house today, our membership director. Hi, Keith. We've got a great, it's cabaret, a pub with a golf simulator, a private restaurant, access to the spa and the fitness center and the pool and all the amazing things on property. This has been a real calling card for us. Again, incredibly special to have this in our backyard, a representation of Pendry, and couldn't be more proud to be associated with it. A Pendry Hotel in Natterar. This is a country estate just outside of New York, 500 acres. It used to be owned by the King of Morocco. Really special destination, just literally an hour from our New York property. There's a 10-acre farm, there's a cooking school, there's a very popular restaurant there. We have an amazing spa. So it's a true sort of Pendry resort tucked in the countryside. And like Montage, it's a 22-year overnight success story. All of a sudden, there's just a ton of growth and a lot of opportunity and a lot of development abroad, which has been really amazing. So we are building a new Pendry hotel in Barbados with a marina and residences on a marina and a yacht club associated with that, which I think is going to be pretty cool. We're building a lot in Mexico, so we have a Pendry coming. We're under construction in Mexico City in a neighborhood called Roma, which is like the New York Soho equivalent for Mexico City. We're building in Punta Mita, just like Montage, a mile down the road from Montage, Pendry Hotel and Residences within the gates of Punta Mita for those that surf, on the Rancho, which is an incredible wave in this destination. It's going to be really special. Oh, and some shots. There you go. Under construction in Tampa. I feel like this is just going. We're very lucky. We're lucky. We've got a lot of growth right now. I'll give it back to you.
And Nashville. Let's
And
not forget,
Nashville.
we're breaking ground next month in Nashville. It's under construction. Also in Saudi Arabia, Riyadh downtown. Key differentiators. I'm going to talk about that a little bit. I'll just be real quick. Strategic growth. How we grow, what we choose. We're defined by the consistency and the quality, not the quantity. So, and I would tell our people, we're as defined by the deals we turn down every bit as much as the ones we actually do. We say no to most opportunities that come our way because what we're looking for is consistency, where there's a brand promise. A Pendry, you know the level of experience that you're going to get, and similarly with a Montage, both on the ultra luxury and the contemporary luxury side. What makes Montage really different is the talent acquisition. We have the finest leaders in the hospitality industry. We've been able to recruit and retain just incredible talent. In fact, Victoria Gonzalez, our general manager at Montage Laguna Beach, is with us today, and the whole leadership team is just extraordinary. We have a very robust sales and marketing team. I won't spend any time talking about that, but ultimately it's the company culture that we create that really tells the story of who we are as a company, and then it gets translated into how the guest service actually happens. A big part of our culture and our company is Hearts of Montage and Hearts of Pendry. They take the lead. It's an employee, associate-driven groups within every one of our hotels that are involved in the community support in every community we're in. So that's a big focus of what we do. So we have strong social impact, and I'm so proud of our associates. The USA Today does an annual survey this year of their top 100 employers around the country. We rank #1 in hospitality, #11 overall out of the top 100, and that's for all companies in North America with over 2,500 employees. So it was a huge recognition. And that's what makes our guests happy. They do such a great job with that, and the guests have been speaking as well. As Michael mentioned earlier, our hotel in Baltimore was named #1 by Condé Nast Traveler the year after it opened in all of North America. It's a reader survey. Similarly, last year, Pendry Newport Beach was voted the #1 hotel in North America.
City Hotel.
Amazing recognition.
Still amazing, very amazing. Super proud of it.
Yeah. And then I was talking about consistency. This year, Forbes, who does the 5 stars, I rarely talk about those kinds of honors and awards because that's not what it's about. It's about every experience. But Forbes wanted to let me know that Montage was the only brand in the world where every hotel had 5 stars. And then they sent me a comparison scorecard where they do the shopping reports of all the major brands, every single one, and we had the highest composite score for guest service. So incredibly proud of our organization, our associates, the guest feedback we're getting, and couldn't be prouder to be a California, Orange County-based, family-owned company. It's such an important part of our story, and the future is incredibly bright, and we're very thankful to have the opportunity to share this with us. I know it's been a bit of a commercial, but you asked for it. It's here, and it's really been our pleasure. Thank you very much, and congratulations to all the winners.
I knew they were good, but I didn't know they're that good. That's extraordinary plaudits that the brands have gotten. Thank you, guys. Okay, it's time now to recognize this year's 5 award recipients. To expedite the program, I'll introduce all of the presenters now, and we can go through the program without any interruption, starting with Danielle Suakjian, Senior Vice President, Group Director, Customers Bank; Ivo Tijan, President and CEO, Commercial West Bank; Joseph Hensley, Market President, U.S. Bank; Victor Guerrero, President and Chief Operating Officer, Infinity Bank; and Doug Mickinen, Senior Vice President and Senior Trust Officer, Bridgeford Trust Company. And so let's start with Danielle to present the first award.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, and most importantly, today's honorees. My name is Danielle Suakjian. I'm Senior Vice President and Group Director at Customers Bank. I'm honored to stand before you today and celebrate this incredible gathering of talent, innovation, and leadership. Today, I have the distinct privilege of presenting the Small Business Award on behalf of Customers Bank. Customers Bank is proud to support this vibrant community and to recognize the visionaries who are not only shaping the future, but also inspiring others to reach new heights. At Customers Bank, we understand that success in business is rarely a solo endeavor, and it is a result of teamwork, collaboration, and the ability to bring out the very best in those around you. Your achievements are a testament to your entrepreneurial spirit and an unwavering commitment to excellence. This year's Small Business Award goes to a foundation that is truly a story of hope, inspiration, and perseverance. This organization supports teens, regardless of socioeconomic background, through 2 programs, a music program and a fellowship program. Their music program provides high-quality after-school music instruction to underserved youth. Their fellowship program is a social entrepreneurial incubator that both inspires teens and equips them to better their communities. Tonight's Small Business Award goes to Daniel Kim and Grace Tsai of the Daniel Kim Foundation. Please join me in congratulating them.
Wow, thank you. As I said, my name is Daniel Kim. I'm totally surprised and quite frankly floored. I have no prepared remarks here other than to say thank you. 10 years ago, we lost my son Dragon, and so we named the foundation after him. And we were just trying to keep his spirit alive for us and carry on some of the work that he was doing. He's the one who started the music program, which still goes on today. And every year, 250 kids from Santa Ana and Duarte get free music instruction. That's how it all started. But as we evolved, we realized high school students have incredible ideas. And I know we all love our kids, but being high school students, we tend to dismiss them because study, prepare for the future, which is great, which is the right advice. But we also realized that high school students have great ideas. They just need a little opportunity. And so they have passion, they have creativity, and they have the sensitivity for what their community needs. And so we started this entrepreneurship program to help other kids with other ideas make their dreams or their vision come to life. And over the last 9 cohorts of the 9 years, this is our 10th year doing this, we have graduated 630 kids. out of the program, out of the fellowship program. And we have funded 320 projects across California, Nevada, and Arizona. The bulk of them are here in Orange County, where we started, and in LA, and they do amazing work. And I know I'm going to go long, but I promise I'll make this quick. Just last year, the 120 high school leaders from 60 projects that we funded last year recruited 718 individuals, volunteers to help them execute their project, both not just high school students, but college students and adults. They logged almost 18,000 hours of volunteer time, and they directly impacted 16,214 individuals, direct impact. And wow, that's something that Grace and I could never do ourselves. But we as a community, empowering these young people, can go out and make a huge impact. And quite frankly, none of that is possible without the community, all of you. So thank you, and thank you to the Orange County Business Journal for this recognition.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's truly an honor to be here today amongst so many accomplished entrepreneurs and family-owned businesses. As a judge for this year's Orange County Business Journal's Family-Owned Business Awards and the CEO of Commerce West Bank, I've had the privilege of witnessing the incredible heart, grit, and legacy that family businesses bring to our communities and economy. I would like to congratulate all of this year's nominees, and especially those who are receiving an award here today. At Commerce West Bank, we believe in building relationships, not just transactions. Supporting family businesses isn't just a part of our business model, it's who we are. These businesses represent more than just revenue and jobs. They represent tradition, sacrifice, resilience, and a deep sense of purpose passed on from one generation to the next. The company I'm privileged to honor today was created in the late 80s. This company, anchored by 2 generations, which exemplifies those values of integrity, innovation, and a relentless drive to build a lasting legacy. These principles equally apply to their clients and employees alike, leading to the creation of an internal program which allows employees an opportunity to give back to their communities. Leaving an oppressive regime behind in Cuba, the family of our 2 award winners came to this country and naturally face several significant challenges. However, by focusing on their common core values and pursuing additional education, the partners, originally close friends and now family members, were able to create a business that prides itself on building and maintaining relationships with clients and employees alike. Their story is one of resilience and excellence, demonstrating what's possible when a family unites behind a shared vision. The impact extends beyond the industry. It's a model of leadership, character, and community impact. Receiving numerous awards honoring projects that they have completed is simply another indication of the impact this company has made on the communities they serve. Please join me in congratulating this year's winner in the medium-sized business category, Tony Elias Callis and Joseph Troya from Consolidated Contracting.
no pressure. Richard, just say something brilliant. So, bye-bye. Thank you all. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you for that. That made it a lot better. Truly, we are surprised and honored to have been picked this year. We appreciate it very much. Richard, thank you for putting our name in the hat this year. And yeah, it's crazy to think we're standing here right now. We never expected this when we first started. We just, as Michael said, our parents left Cuba in 1965, 6 years after Castro took over. And the reason they did that was they wanted to give their family an opportunity for a future. They saw what was going on and said there's no future here, and they gave up everything that they had built in their lifetime to start over with zero, not for them, but for their children. So we're forever grateful for that. And the same things that got them when they were in Cuba to the point where they were entrepreneurs there are the values that we learned growing up as well. The values of integrity, the values of hard work, the values of family, and the importance of relationship with those that you love and working towards a common goal. So the reason you see all these people standing up here today, they're not all family, but they're really extended family. These are people that have been with us for a very long time, starting at the end with our senior estimator, Matt Tillotson, our marketing director, Colleen Donovan, our development of human resources, Michael Myers. Chris Viejo joined us recently. He's been a great addition to the team. He's our controller. My youngest son, Shane, who's been with us for about 6 years. Rory Egan, who's one of our project executives. And my oldest son, Matthew, who's been with us for about 10 years. And they're what you're looking at there is you're looking at the future of the business after myself and my brother-in-law, who have been partners with and been a huge blessing to be called this our business family for the last, ready for this, 36 years. Seems like it was about 15 minutes ago, but I don't want to leave here by not saying thank you to God. Thank you to Jesus Christ for all that we've been blessed with over the years. We've done nothing to deserve this. We've just hard work, and there's actual Proverbs that says that a man plans his steps, but the Lord is the one who guides them. So we feel blessed to have been guided to this opportunity, and we're so thankful and so proud to be here and the opportunity to be before you guys and to work with all the different people that have made this possible for us. The company was founded on looking around and saying, what are the challenges in construction? The challenges in construction, as we perceived them, was that things rarely went as people were promised that they would go. In initial, they would say, hey, we're going to do this, it's going to cost this much, and we're going to be done here. And there were always challenges achieving that. So we just said, look, if we're able to do those three things, do what we say, when we say it, for how much we said it, we're going to be differentiated from most other people in this industry. And that's been the foundation. And we have had the privilege, especially lately, to deal with customers that when we check up on them and say, hey, how's it going? We have people look at us in the face and said, you guys made a lot of promises to us in your interview when we were trying to decide which company to go with. And I'm going to tell you that you guys exceeded our expectations. You went beyond what you had promised, and we're super grateful to be here. So those are like music to our ears, and that's been the foundation for who we are as a company. I'm going to be quiet. Thank you guys one more time. I'm going to let my brother-in-law say something.
That's incredible. I've officiated a couple of weddings, and I always tell the wedding couple, turn around and look, because this doesn't happen every day. So this is super exciting. It cost us $20 to get here, so I really appreciate the $20. But I just, whatever Tony said, I agree with that. because honestly, there's not much I can add. I can give you one little example that happened to me yesterday, and I'll make it short because I know we all want to go to work, back to work. But I was at an interview for a college of the arts down the street from here. And at the end of the interview, they're comparing us to big boys. We're relatively a mid-sized company. And they said, what differentiates you? And I just identified the same goals and the same values that you guys have. And the culture is all I could come up with is we're not bigger than they are. We don't have we're professionals and all this stuff. But I said, what differentiates us is we care. So in other words, I was telling him about our culture. Our culture is when you're a family-owned business or a smaller business, every project is important. Every job you do is from your heart. It's your passion. So if you ask me what differentiates us, it's our heart. I don't know how else to explain it. It's what we put into this. It's everything for us. So the fact that we get to pass it on to the younger generation, it's beyond incredible. So I just want to say thank you. I never thought, I didn't have a speech. This is just my heart talking, but I never expected this. I thank you, thank you, thank you, and we'll be here supporting the next team next year.
Good afternoon. I'm here from the banking table to my right. I'm Joe Hensley, and I'm the U.S. Bank market leader for the commercial bank here in Orange County. And U.S. Bank is proud to be a part of this ceremony today, and we want to welcome everybody who's been nominated and the winners as well. U.S. Bank is the 5th largest bank in the country and one of the highest rated banks in the United States. And we have also won the Forbes 5-star award for 5 years in a row as the #1 super regional bank. So we're very proud of that. The company I will introduce tonight was started before I was born, so it's a really old company. This company built its business by word of mouth and built a reputation for excellence and excellent service and became a household name in the region. The company hired and promoted the best talent available and consistently delivered reliable service to its customers. They were faithful to their industry partners, which fueled their rapid growth. The company was founded on a commitment to excellence, which remains at the core of their business today, and to the tradition of perfecting the client experience. The current owner joined the company in 1999 when it operated out of a single location in Los Angeles. Today, the company has expanded into 18 locations throughout the Western U.S., and 2024 marked a milestone year when the company achieved over $1 billion in revenue, making this company the largest independent electrical distributor on the West Coast. The CEO, a graduate of Cal State Fullerton, a local institution as well, has built this company with his family and talented staff into a company, multiple awards such as Top Workplaces 2015 through 2019 and 2022 through 2025, and an honoree of the Inc. 5,000 America's fastest growing private companies, and has continued the traditions that made the company great. It's my honor to present the Family-Owned Business Award for the large company to the German family and Maine Electrical Supply Company.
Well, my name is Scott German, and I'm overwhelmed with the award and the recognition. I was even just thinking the last time I think I received an award was when I was in Little League for MVP. So it's been a while. But that is part of the competitive aspect of me. I came to work. The story that I have is it's kind of amazing. My two sons, Ryan and Derek's the president of Maine Electric Supply, and he's been a significant aspect of this company and part of the growth. And Ryan is behind the scenes doing all the computer work, TI, pricing, those type of things. But my story is a little different. I was a late bloomer, I'll tell you that. My parents moved to Orange County in 1972. My first job was as a busboy at Denny's off Harbor. My second job was Disneyland, working in the parades. I worked there for 5 years. And I ended up being in this industry. I quit it twice because I thought it was so boring. And if I want to kill a conversation, when people ask me, what do? I sell electrical material. I mean, it's like, there's no more questions. It's just great. It's true. And it was a boring industry, but it kind of transformed to me. It's almost like playing chess. It's kind of like it's competitive. There's a lot of big players in our marketplace. I was working for a company called Sylvania Light Bulbs, and Maine was one of my customers. They offered me a job. I turned them down. And Paul Vallis, who's sitting down there, you might stand up, Paul, because his father actually started the company in 1946. And Paul's I would almost consider my best friend. We've worked together since 1999. And I turned him down, and then the company I worked for didn't pay me a bonus that I thought I needed, because I can't survive without that bonus. And I remember going, God, where are you? I mean, I can't make it. What am I going to do? I don't know what to do. And I wrote a proposal to Maine, and they accepted it, and I went to work there. They're in South Central LA, between Gage and Florence, and I was on Main Street, and I live in Orange County. And single location, no computer, no email, no voicemail, no receptionist. When you got a phone call and they asked you if you had something in stock, you literally ran into the warehouse to find it and then get back to the phone and tell the person you had it. That's how we were operating in 1999. Until 2002, we put our first computer in and opened up our first expansion since 1946, which was in Irvine. And today we've gone from, and it's a crazy scenario, but I know every year we went from 19 million to 24 million to 30 million to 24 million to 27 to 36 to 48 to 66 to 105 to 102, and then 75 million in 08. And in 09 we went to 86 million, and that was a year that really a conversation came up with Paul. Would he sell the company? And he said he would only sell the company if Scott left. And that's what he was telling an outside provider. And then and they said, well, if you could work out a way that he could buy the company, would you sell it to it? I would only sell it to Scott, which is why I love this man. And I remember telling my wife, who's sitting over here, that I'm going to buy Maine Electric. She goes, you don't have any money. I know. I have no money. And but I showed her a scripture in the Bible, because it says, it was Isaiah 55:1. He who has no money can buy, wine and bread. And I said, see, it even shows a prophecy. I mean, you don't have any money, I can buy it. And sure enough, and this is what I've also learned, is the relationships with a lot of people here. My banking relationship became so important to me. In time, my real estate relationships and our insurance relationships, right, are so critically important to our business. But the bank that I have, Todd Abood, who was my banker in 09, he was with Bank of the West, he's now my CFO. But he came to us in 09, and he became my banker. He helped finance and put together the deal and supported me buying Maine. It took me 6 years, and at the end of 2016, I ended up owning Maine. But we went from 75 million in 08 to 86 to 139, 152, 186, 219, 291 320, 327, 366, 462, 486, 475. So we're at 475 million in 2020. And COVID hit, and our world changed. We had to go remote, had all these people going out. But then we went from, the amazing story is we went from 475 to 617 to 806, 886. And then last year, which was an amazing year, we went out at $1.082 billion. We're now ranked at the top 150 distributors. When I went there, we weren't even in the rankings when we were 19. We're now ranked the 16th largest electrical distributor in North America. We're also the largest independent to ever be in California. So we're the large. I mean, I take pride in that because of my father. He was in this industry, but anyway, it's amazing when I think of what's transpired. But it's through the support, the banking support. We now have a platform where we're trying to own all the properties that we buy for the businesses as we open up branches and stuff like that. But it comes with people, great people. I mean, when I was listening to, I was listening to the guys on Montage. I mean, they're like a global powerhouse empire. And I'm thinking about my business. Why didn't I think of that? That looks fun, amazing. What we do, we grind it out every day. Every day. It's just our world. But thank you so much. This is an amazing moment. I even when they said I had to come here, I go, why? There's no way we're going to win. You need to be there because you do have a chance. I go, okay, I'll go. So here we are. Thank you so much. I do want my son to speak a little bit. Derek, who's our president. It is a family business, and there is the succession plan in place. We feel like we're still at the beginning, even at $1 billion. I mean, we have we want to become a global company. That we have a lot of aspirations, and the power between these two guys and a lot of other people in our company, we're going to get there. Derek, would you like to come and talk for a second?
Well, I didn't do anything, so it's nice to be up here. But I think, existentially, when I look at the story of, my dad in Maine, we lived up in El Dorado Hills when he worked at this company, Osram Sylvania, and half of his income was that bonus. And he was within $2,000 of making half of his income. I have an older sister, younger brother, so he's sole provider with 3 kids, cards on overdraft, and I'm talking coffee creamer was a big deal. Kind of back against the wall and just looking up like, how did I get here? I went to school, I got my MBA. I'm trying to climb the corporate ladder, and what's next? And I think a lot of us get in these places in our career where you kind of lose hope. And there's a quote, a lot of men die in quiet desperation, right? And the key is to never give up, right? And take control of your destiny and your career. Because if you didn't, in that moment, life was, you didn't make your bonus, stay where you're at. But he wrote a proposal, and he called Paul, and it changed everything. So it's a pretty inspiring story, to be where we're at today. We have 900 employees, 26 locations with 18 that you can will call at. But it's just a blessing and a lot of fun. And we are building a building in Vegas, so we're no hotels yet, but we'll get there. But anyway, thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Victor Guerrero with Infinity Bank, and when Courtney, Farah, and I get to meet different people, we love to ask questions, and if we haven't met you yet, we would love to meet you even today if you have the time. But what we'd like to ask is we like to ask questions about what would happen if you had unlimited money, or what would happen if you had unlimited power? What would you do with that? It gives us insight as to what's important to you and where your priorities are. And it's always fun to hear some of the answers that we get. They're inspiring and interesting. And the company I want to present the award to today, they came from a country that was at war. They left their family, they left their friends, and they left their community. And when we asked them, why was that? Why did you do that? They said it was to pursue the American dream. So of course we were curious, what does the American dream mean to you? And they said, well, to us, it means that we could live in safety, we can help others, and we can build something that our family, our boys in particular, would be proud of. And so what they've done is they've built that business by growing with some consistent revenue, creating a great reputation, and having a great product. But more importantly, they've done what they set out to do, which is to help others. They've helped women in business. They've helped those who've come from other countries to develop their business and to pursue their American dream. And so I am so excited today to present to you the winner of the Up and Coming Award, ladies and gentlemen, Alex and Kate Karaksik from Elephant Signage.
Thank you so much to everyone. It's kind of emotional, and I'll try to make it short. Actually, I want to say thank you to you guys, your hotel, the Montage Hotel. When we came here to the United States in 2017, and we start pushing our company, Signage company. We were very successful in our country. We had our own factory and 130 employees, and we've been doing the biggest project, like international shopping malls. International airport, the biggest shopping malls. The final one that we made in Kyiv, in the capital, on the main street, Hrysiatic Street. It was the Zoom on the Hrysiatic Street. It was the biggest mall in the main project during the war going on. The war started in 2014 on the east part. This is where we came from. And when we got here to the United States, and first 2 years we were visiting all the meetings, network, Chamber of Commerce, and then the COVID hit. And for the young company who just starting their way, it was so hard because the only way how you can reach, and it's only through the emails. But there's companies who are 42 years old or 80 years old or 140 years old with the history, and it was no way to get it. So I jumped to drive Uber, but we never give up for our office space, and my wife was always in the office. Sorry. And one day I got a customer, and I was driving him from his private plane to the Montage. And I gave him a speech on the way, and he said, "Hey Alex, it sounds like you know what you're talking about. I would love to invite you for the dinner." And I came for the dinner to the Montage. And he said, "You know what? I would love to give you a shot." He said, "We spend probably over $2 million a year for the signage, and we're going to open another 50 locations in California, so it looks like it's a good fit." I said, "Wonderful." And it was in 2021. And then after that conversation, I never heard nothing about him, 1 month, second, third, fourth. So after 8 months in the morning, I'm keep driving my Uber going from Montage to the airport, and I'm getting a phone call. And I'm picking up the phone, and the manager says, "Hey, is it Alex?" I said, "Yeah." "Hey, I'm calling from Daniel and blah, blah, blah." I didn't even realize from the beginning what's going on. So, and it was that company. He was from Texas, and he was coming to Montage for staying. And they said, "Hey, can you give us a bit? Can you calculate the project?" So Katerina, she's the only one who is grounding me all the time, and she's the most stable person in the world because she do everything like every day. She can do the same steps. I cannot do that. I'm getting nervous. I mean, I'm ready to throw away, but she's the one who's keep all things together. And so we gave our proposal to them, and we got the contract for $750,000. It was our first B2B contract. It's in 2022. Yeah. So since that moment, we start like growing little by little. I mean, up and down, but we are still going to, still reaching our dreams. So thank you so much. And of course, it's all about the community. And a lot of people told here that, everything based on the culture, that we keep in our hearts. And that's what we want to see in Orange County, who is surrounding us, the people with a great culture, great hearts. So let's build our future better and brighter, especially for our kids. I mean, this is our passion. And I want to give a few words to my wife because everything what exists is because of her. So.
Thank you so much. My name is Katerina, and I'm honored to be here today. It's a big, big pleasure. It's little by little, but it's our American dream. It's really truth. And yes, you never know when you will win, when you will lose, but what is most important, it's human being, and don't forget that love will save everything. Thank you. Love your client, love your kids, love your place, and love everything what you are doing. That's why how I can handle everyday small task, just loving what you are doing. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Doug McKinnon. I'm honored to be here today representing Bridgeford Trust Company. I'm not the guy in the picture out in the thing because he had to go away on something, so I am the pinch hitter. We'll see how I do. Bridgeford is an independent trust company providing conflict-free and innovative trust and fiduciary services, as well as progressive U.S. modern trust law solutions around asset protection, privacy, and tax planning to families worldwide. While our company is headquartered in South Dakota, which is where I'm from, and all trust administration occurs there, we made the decision 2 years ago to open up a business development office right here in Orange County, in Irvine. And I have to say, it's been one of the most rewarding moves we've made. Yes, the weather is fantastic, but what truly sets this place apart is the people. From the moment we arrived, we were welcomed with open arms by the community that values connection, innovation, and integrity. We're proud to now call Orange County home and to be part of this thriving business community. On to the award. It's in the same spirit of community and excellence that I have the privilege of presenting today's Family-Owned Business Award for Longevity. This year's honoree is a company with a legacy that spans more than 140 years, one that has helped shape the very fabric of South Orange County. Under the leadership of its current president, this family-owned enterprise has continued to grow with purpose, developing vibrant, inclusive neighborhoods like the village of Rienda, preserving thousands of acres of natural land, and launching innovative commercial properties like the Los Patrones Business Park. But what truly sets this leader apart is his commitment to people. his team, his community, and future generations. Please join me in congratulating Rancho Mission Viejo and its outstanding president, Jeremy Laster.
So I made notes, not because I thought we were going to win, but just because I'm a horrible public speaker, so I apologize in advance, but I got a couple things to say. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Jeremy Laster. I am fortunate to serve as the president of Rancho Mission Viejo, and I am very honored to be up here accepting this family-owned business award from the Orange County Business Journal today. On behalf of everyone at Rancho Mission Viejo and all of the people that I represent by standing up here, including all the members of the O'Neill family, past, present, and future, I am proud and honored to accept this award. It means a great deal to all of us at the ranch, so thank you. The story of our family-owned business began over 140 years ago in 1882 when Richard O'Neill purchased the 220,000-acre Rancho Santa Margarita y Las Flores, along with the Orange County portion of the property known as Rancho Mission Viejo. And generations of the O'Neill family have been stewards of the lands of Rancho Mission Viejo ever since. Throughout this time, the family has been guided by a simple but important principle coined by Daisy O'Neill, the matriarch of the family, who said, "Take care of the land, and the land will take care of you." Well, when my father-in-law, Tony Moiso, the chairman and CEO of Rancho Mission Viejo, took over the leadership of the family business 65 years ago, he embodied this maxim. He had a vision not just for the land, but for the communities on the land. He believed in building with purpose, stewarding with care, putting others first, and above all, leaving things better than he found them. And he has had great success implementing this, and his beliefs have become the foundation of everything that we do. And over these past 65 years of development, Rancho Mission Viejo has developed over 75,000 homes and is now home to roughly 225,000 residents. Today, Rancho Mission Viejo's Ranch Plan project is proud to be the largest active master plan community in all of Orange County and will encompass 14,000 homes at build-out, surrounded by a 22,000-acre nature reserve, hundreds of acres of citrus and avocados, and a working cattle ranch, the last of its kind here in Orange County. But we're not just ranchers, farmers, or developers. As Daisy stated and as Tony perpetuated, we are caretakers of the land and of the thousands of people who live, work, and are raising their families on the ranch. And while Rancho Mission Viejo began as a family endeavor, it has grown into something much larger, a team of individuals who embody those same values of integrity, responsibility, and stewardship that Tony has lived. None of Rancho Mission Viejo's accomplishments would be possible without our incredible team, many of whom are here today, and many of whom have been with us for decades and truly feel like family. And I would note that this award is just as much theirs as anyone's, because what makes family businesses so vital is not just longevity, it's the values they carry forward because of longevity. And for us, those values live in every decision we make and in every person who helps bring our vision to life. And we are both proud and honored to be a part of Orange County's storied history. And we look forward to honoring this legacy not just today, but for the years and generations to come. And what a special position to be in, one that we do not take lightly, to be a part of the past and to be a small piece of shaping the future of our county. It is humbling coming to work every day, knowing what this company has accomplished and what is left to accomplish. And leading this company has been one of the most rewarding endeavors of my life because I know what we're doing and how we execute on it matters. We're building communities, and our decisions not only literally shape the landscape of South Orange County, but we impact people's lives and their families and their memories, and we get that. So in closing, we've been here for 140 years, we look forward to the next 140 years. It's exciting for me and for my sister-in-law Trina and her husband Mark, who are both here today, as well as Trina's other two sisters, who also have been active in the company at different times, because we all now have kids in our 20s. And as these young people are beginning to venture out into the business world, it's fun to think about the next generations who are coming up and the important roles we will have in training these young people and imparting onto them everything that Tony has taught us. We recognize that we are just keeping the seats warm for these kids, and in the years to come, if we can impart onto them a fraction of what Tony has instilled in us via his daily example, I'm confident that Rancho Mission Viejo will thrive for decades and generations to come. And so finally, I want to say thank you to the Orange County Business Journal for recognizing not only our business, but all the family-run businesses more broadly, and the important role that they play and the value they bring to Orange County. So thank you.
Well, I think they're going to set the bar for the longevity award for years to come. Yeah, we're not going to get a 200-year company from Orange County. Wow. Families from all over the world. Crazy things are happening all around us, but, in the world of family-owned businesses, it's love, it's inclusiveness, it's caring, heart, high standards. That's an inspiration. Speaking of inspirations, let me ask our keynote speakers to come back up. Just a small token of our appreciation. Well, the good news is that while we had 5 great winners, there's so many more great families out there for our judges to choose from next year. I'd like to thank our team of the Business Journal for making this event go so smoothly. Tiffany Benando, Ellie Torres, Jamie Derby, who's getting married this weekend, Amanda Dang, Summer Bowles, Anushka Bryson, Mia Lories, Bobby Dorman, Corinne Decker, Kim Lopez, Steve Gall, and the youngster, Shelly Asher. Let's thank them. Join me in thanking them. Also, thank you to our vendors. They're listed in the program. And let me invite all of the winners, please, to step over here now for photographs. Those flowers at your table. You can look at the program. If the back cover of your program has an orange dot, then that beautiful bouquet of flowers belongs to you. So take it home. Thank you all for coming. See you next year.